Good morning. Happy Monday, people. It's everybody's favorite day, right? You know it is. Well, I hope you all had a good weekend. I had a pretty good one. I had to work, of course. I don't get weekends off. But I still had a pretty good weekend, regardless. Looks like we're going to get some rain showers here in Southern California early tomorrow morning. So kind of looking forward to it a little bit because we do need the rain. There we go. Yeah, it looks like suntanny weather's slowly coming to an end. So I'm glad I got what I did until it heats up again. So I was watching, the news, and it looks like Trump got a peace deal between Hamas and Israel, which is really cool. They returned all the hostages and everything. So I'm waiting for the people on the left to bitch about that, because he could do something good like that, and they'll still bitch about it. They'll find something to pick on. They'll either try to give credit to Biden and Obama, or they'll just not say anything at all, or they'll bitch about something. It's just ridiculous. But I'm just gonna point shit out, good things as I see them. And I was cool to see the mainstream news, put that out there. That would be Channel 5 News, KTLA. Not sure if the other outlets are showing it, but that was cool to see that. Also, that lady that got, I don't remember her name, but she's the person from Venezuela that got the Nobel Peace Prize. She dedicated the Nobel Peace Prize to Trump, which I thought was pretty funny, because all these people talking, their rhetoric about Trump in regards to the Nobel Peace Prize, and then she went on the news and pretty much said Trump deserves it. And I just thought that was hilarious that she dedicated the Nobel Peace Prize to Trump. It's just funny because the left-leaning media outlets, they won't show anything about anything like that. Okay, it's all negative or nothing about Trump when it comes to Trump, and it's always about Trump too. So it's always about Trump, but it's always negative. But man, I'm seeing, when you're not looking at those media outlets, those particular left-leaning ones, you see actually all the good stuff that Trump's doing, right? It's starting to happen. And, just like the whole immigration thing, these paid protesters, they have another No Kings protest coming up, which is so stupid, man. It's like, what did the first one do? Nothing. It did nothing. And here they're going to do it again. It's just like, and you know what? People are onto it, man. People are privy to what's going on when all these protests happen. They're paid protesters. It's, these, I don't even know if they're leaning right or left, behind the scenes, people like Soros. They're just like globalists that want to take over the world. They're the ones, them, and they're like the leaders, but then you got like major corporation people, elites, that are woke behind it and all that. They're funding all these protests on the left against Trump because Trump's not on their team. Okay, it's from what I'm gathering. Okay, but a lot of these protests that we see happening against Trump, these people, most of them they're paid protesters, man. That's how they're making their money. Okay, and they're just paid to get out there and make noise and bitch about Trump. That's it. Most of them, that's all they're there for. They don't. Half of them probably don't even believe what they're spewing. Really, they probably have no idea what they're talking about. They're just there to spew the narrative, what they're told to say, and that's it. Okay? That's why, like, when they're confronted most of the time, they don't have anything to say. They even have people to block that when that happens, so they don't get exposed, you know? So, you know, it's these people behind the scenes that fund these protests. They're the ones that need to be investigated, okay? And I hope that does happen. And you know what? Trump will probably do that. Eventually, it's going to come to something like that, okay? And it's just funny because it leaks out. You know, they just... When he does a lot of good things, man. I mean, he's not... Everything he does is, you know, the greatest, you know? But he's doing his agenda, okay? His agenda, he's following through with it. And, you know, some people just hate that agenda from the get-go because they don't believe in this country, okay? And they never have, they never will, they never have and never will. Just because that's what they learned or they were taught. Some people just don't believe in America and they're against it. And they're going to, you know, support that. But, you know, that's not what Trump's about. Trump's for America. Complete opposite of that. He believes in America. That's his whole deal, okay? And, you know, it's funny when, you know, Trump does a lot of good things and they try to suppress it, you know, as much as they can, but it still gets out, man. It still gets out because he does so much good stuff that you can't suppress it all. You know, it's just going to get out. Okay, no matter how much they try to cover up the good that he does, it's still going to get out somehow, some of it, you know. But they do a pretty good job at, you know, suppressing a lot of the good things he does and twisting the truth. And they, you know, coming up with propaganda that is just bullshit lies. They do a good job at that, really. And these paid protesters, you know, trying to, you know, paint a picture about Trump, you know, they do a pretty good job about it. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I just wanted to rant a little bit on that because I was laughing because the news, the KTLA mainstream news was saying that, you know, how Trump made the deal and also how that chick from Venezuela dedicated the Nobel Peace Prize to Trump because she realizes that Trump deserves it more than her. That's what I gathered from what she was talking about. And no, I think he does deserve it. You know, like Obama got one, and he didn't close the deal. He didn't close any deals. Okay. But they wouldn't give Trump that? That's messed up, man. You know, but it is what it is. I just wanted to rant on that a little bit because it's funny when that happens that, you know, they just can't, they have to say, it's so great. What he does is, in certain things, is so great, they have to talk about it, you know, or else it's really, really obvious that they're trying to cover things up, which it is already. In a lot of other issues, it's obvious they're covering up or changing the narrative, you know, to what they want it to be, if that makes sense. But anyhow, I just wanted to chime in real quick with the quickie there. I'm feeling really good. It's getting dry. My skin's kind of drying up a little bit. It's because of the weather change, fall. This time of year, I got to use more like lotion and stuff like that, especially on my legs. But that's personal stuff there. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But anyhow, I hope you all have a good Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend, and stay tuned for what else. I'm not sure what I got coming up, but it's just whatevs. So y'all have a good one. We'll catch you later. See ya.